तू ही तो जन्नत मेरी, तू ही मेरा जुनू, तू ही तो मन्नत मेरी, तू ही रूह का सुकून, तू ही अखियों की ठंडक, तू ही दिल की है दस्तक। और कुछ ना जानू मैं, बस इतना ही जानू तुझ में।
हर बशर।
We have a poem for Becky. Now, while I can't take the credit for writing it, I have to give that credit to my sister Judy, and I don't know where she is. Yay! I will take the credit for the subject of the poem.
She came to us at daybreak 21 years ago, as the sun's morning rays set the heavens aglow. Such beauty, perfection, we knew right from the start. She's the joy of our lives and the love of our heart.
At 9 pounds 4 ounces, Rebecca Michelle made her grand entrance, such a beautiful belle. And father and mother and big sister Han both loved and adored her, their wee little lamb.
Filled with good tucker, lots of love and good care, she grew like a mushroom with such beautiful hair. Mummy thought it so perfect surrounding her face, but Becky set out to style to her taste.
Snip, snip, that's better. One chunk cut away. Better hurry, Mum's coming. She might stop my play. Now a touch of her lipstick to complete my design. What do you think, Mum? Don't I look just fine?
Keeping her dress was a serious strain, because no sooner were on than they came off again. They were too inconvenient when came toilet to stay inside the boys and shoot over the line.
Nothing was better than cooking with Han, sitting high on the bench while she shaped a bread name. 'Tis an art and a skill she employs to this day. With her cooking to Cliff's heart she has found the way.
Playing student while Hannah would teach was okay, until Hannah crossed over the line of fair play. And then Becky would open her mouth with a roar, until Mother came in to settle the score.
As the years swiftly rolled by, she was off to start school. In reading and maths she soon mastered the rule, but out on the playground while running so fast, she was really quite pleased if she didn't come last.
Oh, how happy we were when school captain was she, how much we loved her, how proud could we be, excelling in high school with a fabulous score, and then, oh the tears, just gone out the door.
You To uni to study, we're happy she's there, but can't wait for her break, and then off in the air. To NZ and Fiji and Vanuatu, then Thailand and Laos and Vietnam too.
10 countries in all, she's been east and west, but can you believe which one she likes best? Papua New Guinea, why Becky indeed. Her answer?
Why?
Where?
Come on,
Tell us. Tell us. Place.
Borneo?
Oh.
No. Why Papua New Guinea
Oh,
is your favourite?
Ew. That's easy, it is where I was conceived.
Oh, Becky, our baby, 21 years today. An adult, you've grown up, we love you always. Such beauty, perfection, we knew right from the start. You're the joy of our lives.
That is all.
Thank you, Auntie. Thank you, Auntie. Come here.
It's hard to believe that 21 years ago Becky was born. There have been so many wonderful memories, and I recall that time has disappeared a lot faster than anyone could ever warned us about. June 28, 1993, at 6:30, Becky made a grand appearance into the world. The nurse actually opened the curtains to the room so Mum could appreciate the beautiful sunrise. I think the ambience was lost at her arrival because it was already 13 days late. She didn't really want to come out. We tried everything to bring on labour and eventually had to force her hand by climbing a mountain at a frantic pace that night before. Some things haven't changed. She still likes to sleep in. She's only a morning person twice a year, Christmas and her birthday. But interestingly, she hates being late. If she's got nothing else from me, it is her intolerance to tardiness. Becky has got 4 names for Mark: Mum, Mother, Mummy and Mama, depending on what she wants. We have got 5 names for her: Becky, Beck, Becky Boo, Boodle and Rebecca, depending on how annoyed we are with her. Growing up in the country without TV and with shitloads of pets, including chickens, cows, horses, lambs, cats, dogs, and one unfortunate guinea pig. Becky learnt to love animals and help care for many babies. She learnt how to milk a cow, like a horse, and developed a love of reading and a talent for cooking. And all the while involving wonderful qualities of being reliable, hardworking, punctual and witty. She tends to stick at things, including people. A lot of you have known Becky since she was a baby. Her group of childhood friends, cousins and playmates consisted mostly of boys. And Becky was the youngest. She spent a lot of her time being a warrior, complete with armour and weapons, or transforming into a water monster while swimming in the dam. Horse riding, playing cricket, chasing, dodgeball, all joined in the sports. Being the smallest meant Becky often got her own way. But it used a big stick. Sorry, Tim and Shane. Occasionally, she would get the opportunity to play girly games. And this resulted in Tim and Chad being transformed into young ladies, complete with makeup, hair and outfits. And we have photos to prove it. We thought Becky may grow up to be a hairdresser because she had a fascination with makeup and scissors. No amount of discipline would encourage her to cease and desist cutting her hair. And she finally stopped when she had none left to cut. And we've got photos of this too. As she grew into a young lady, we watched with pride as she juggled the demands of school and then university, a job and her social life. Her love of a simple family life meant we were not often troubled by her desire to party. Imagine our surprise when, on her introduction to alcohol, on a weekend in Brisbane, she introduced us to Betty. We came complete with our own vocabulary. For those of you who have not met Betty, we don't need to explain much more. Becky, we are so proud of you. We love you more than life itself. And in the words of a notable author, if ever there is tomorrow when we're not together, there is something you must always remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. But the most important thing is, if we are ever apart, I'll always be with you. And that's from Winnie the Pooh.
Guess it's me next. So I'd just like to say up front that the few words I'm going to say now probably don't do justice to articulating how much Becky means to me and the amazing times we spent together. And also, just like to apologise for some of the inevitable soppy parts of this speech. Becky goes by many names, some of which you've already heard from Des. In the Schmidt family and some of our group of friends, some of the more commonly known names include Beckmaster, Tarbo, Uzbekistan, Beckatron, and Becky. Let's see. And her least favourite of them all, which Des has already brought up for us, is Betty. I won't go into the particular story of how that name occurred. I won't embarrass her tonight, but let's just say it came from a drunken moment of Tourette's. The first thing that struck me when I first met Betty. That was my last mistake. The first thing that struck me when I first met Becky, apart of course from the immediate physical attraction, was how incredibly mature and level-headed she was for her age. In fact, at first I found it hard to believe that she was in fact Hannah's sister, because I was Hannah's friend first, and I didn't even know Hannah had a younger sister, to be honest, until the day she brought Becky along to one of my mates' barbecues, and it's fair to say that we hit it off pretty much straight away, and it's been an amazing 3 years, 4 months, and 21 days, there's a coincidence for you, since our first date. There you go. Some of the many highlights of our times together have included our annual Garrick family holidays to such places as Vietnam, Thailand, Laos, and most recently a cruise to Fiji and various other islands. And I think it was our first overseas trip together that I realised that Becky was the girl for me. For one, I didn't get sick of her after 2 weeks of travel, so that was a good start. But seriously, it really highlighted to me some of the admirable characteristics that Becky has, including resilience, a sense of adventure, lightheartedness, reliability, honesty, positivity, and also a slight, how should we say, kookiness or weirdness that I think we mutually share. While Becky loves her travel, she's also a very homely person. And while others may be out hitting the pubs and clubs of a Saturday night, she is quite content to stay at home and cook, garden, craft, or of course play a good board game. She doesn't have much luck in the Schmidt household in getting others to participate. She's also fittingly been given the title of baking queen among some of our friends. And she has definitely inherited some of her mom's cooking skill. Every time I come up to Gympie, I get treated to one of Marg's delicious recipes. I think tonight's not going to be an exception with the amazing spread that has been put on. I'm probably going to pay for it later, but I can't help but take the opportunity to bring up one of her little habits, since nobody else has much dirt on her. Becky can be quite particular and a bit of a neat freak. And small things like me leaving a clothes hanger on my bed or some paperwork on my desk really do get to her and bring out some of her OCD tendencies. I think in that way, we probably complement each other, given that I'm probably not the neatest person in the world. In fact, we've already struck a deal for when we move in together, that as long as I buy Becky a fancy Dyson vacuum, she's willing to do the vacuuming. So I think that's a pretty good deal. I just want to give a shout out to Becky's parents, Des and Marg, because clearly you've done a tremendous job in bringing up a beautiful, level-headed, smart girl. Very welcome, very lucky to have been welcomed into the Garrick family with open arms, so thank you. Becky, you have much to look forward to, and I'm excited to see what the future has in store for us. I know that you'll excel as an OT, and the way you have handled the balance between work and study this last semester has been really impressive. Stay true to who you are, and never forget that you have a great group of friends and family all around you today who will do anything for you and love you very, very much. So on that note, babe, happy 21st, enjoy your night, and maybe share many more together.
I wrote a speech today. And Cliff and I cried writing it. Mostly just me. But I can't stand up. But basically, thank you all for coming. And I love you all.
I'll say a few words and then on behalf of Becky. So thank you all for making a great effort to travel here tonight.
Don't cry, bro.
It means so much. Too late. It means so much to me to share this occasion with you all. You're all very special people in my life, and I value your friendship and support. Thank you to Mom and Dad for hosting and decking out the place in a tent, and for putting up with me for 21 years. I'm sure everyone would agree that the place looks incredible. Thanks Hannah and Dean for making the 12-hour drive down from Mackay and helping prepare the last couple of days. I also want to make a special thank you to Cliff. And his family, and in particular Diana and Eric, for being my Brisbane parents and taking care of me. To all my uni friends, I love you and thank you for coming. I appreciate all your contributions to my wishing well. I'm so looking forward to travelling to South Africa next year. I'll think of you all when I'm travelling. Thanks again and enjoy the party.